Pac's ashes in that way was a really devastating moment to just get him in this little cardboard box.
That box in Jada's hands, that arrest of Keith D, that brand new family lawsuit talking conspiracy in 2026, all of it stacking up, all of it pointing one way, got folks now thinking Jada been holding the answer the whole time, just waiting on the right moment to let it ride. Let's run the tape. The cardboard box and the last fight. To get why folks keep circling back to Jada when Tupac's name comes up, you gotta rewind to the days right after September 13th, 1996. Tupac had just been pronounced dead at University Medical Center in Las Vegas, 6 days after a white Cadillac slid up at Flamingo in Koval, and 4 bullets came flying out the back seat. The world was mourning a 25-year-old rap legend. Jada was mourning the dude she'd been calling her soulmate since they were teenagers, running them halls at the Baltimore School for the Arts. A little while after he passed, a private memorial went down at Jasmine Guy's crib. Family, a tight circle, just folks who really knew him. And right in the middle of all that, Suge Knight walked up on Jada and put a cardboard box in her hands, Tupac's ashes. In her own words, years later, sitting on that podcast couch, she broke it down like this.
Pac's ashes in that way was a really devastating moment to just get him in this little cardboard box.
Jada has described what she felt in that moment as straight up rage. Rage at the box. Rage at the way it got handed over. Rage at the man doing the handing. And to really feel why Suge Knight passing her them ashes hit the way it hit, you gotta know how Jada and Pac left things. Cause they did not leave things sweet. They left things on a screaming match. After Pac came home from prison and signed to death row, Jada watched her closest friend slide into a world she didn't recognize no more. So she pulled him aside for lunch, told him she was worried about who he was turning into. He hit her right back, told her she was going Hollywood. Words got bigger, voices got louder. In her own words, sitting next to her husband Will Smith.
Yeah, we had a huge fight. Huge. It was one of the biggest fights we had ever had.
That fight wasn't about little stuff. It was about the whole life Pac had stepped into after death row pulled him out the pen. The Suge Knight orbit, the Mob Piru orbit, the recklessness, the aggression. Jada was begging him to see what she was already seeing.
And it was about how he had been living.
After that fight, Jada made a choice that would haunt her for life. She decided this time she wasn't reaching out first. This time, he could come to her.
And I was just like, Dad, I'm not calling him this time. He's gonna have to call me.
The reason she felt comfortable letting it sit was simple. She thought Pac couldn't be touched. He'd already survived being shot 5 times back in '94. He'd survived prison. He'd survived everything the streets could throw. So she waited.
I really took for granted that he would be living forever. Like, he had already survived so much.
He never called. The next thing Jada heard about Pac was that he'd been hit in Vegas. She was making plans to fly out and sit with him in the hospital. He passed before she could land. And the very last thing they ever said to each other was that fight.
That was the last time I spoke to him. And you know what's crazy? It meant absolutely nothing.
So when Suge Knight, the same dude who had pulled Pac into the world, Jada was begging him to leave, came walking up at that memorial and dropped what was left of her best friend